The Phantom of the Opera, Chapter 11. Tears ran down my cheeks as I climbed from the roof. Bitter tears. Christine did not love me. Worse, she pitied me, feared me. I ran to my organ. In a fit of madness, I finished my opera. I knew what I had to do next. I made some sleeping powder. I crept all the way up to where a crew of men would work the opera lights. I put the powder into their tea. Then I made sure the path to my house was very slippery. In the dark, it would be easy to slide off the path into my torture chamber. That night, a huge crowd came to the opera house. The lights were lowered. The curtain went up. Christine looked pale as she started to sing in a shaky voice. Raoul stood in his box. Christine looked up at him. Then she began to sing her heart out. She sang in a heavenly voice. She was singing for him alone, not for me. Now was the time. I crept to the main light box. The man in charge of it was snoring. Good. I turned off the lights. All of them. The Paris Opera House was dark. Before anyone could do anything, the lights came back on. The stage looked the same, except for one thing. Christine was gone. People rushed to where she had stood. They ran behind the stage, calling, "Christine, Christine." She did not answer. She could not answer. She was with me. This time she did not want to come to my house. I had to give her some sleeping powder, too. When she woke up in her room, I was standing over her. "It is up to you, Christine," I said. "Shall I play the wedding march or the funeral march?" I don't understand," she said. "Is it so hard?" I asked. "My great opera is finished. I can't go on living like this, under the ground like a mole. I want a wife like everyone else. I want to take her out on Sundays. Marry me, Christine." She groaned. "With a new mask," I said, "I can look like anybody else. No one will stare at us. You will be happy. Day and night we will sing." Christine was crying. "There is no need to be afraid of me," I said. "Am I such a monster? All I want is to be loved for myself. You can make me gentle as a lamb." Christine only shook her head and wept. "You decide," I told her. "Look at these two little boxes. In this one is a grasshopper, in this one a scorpion." I held the boxes before her. "If your answer is yes, press the scorpion. How happy we will be." I smiled. Then my smile faded. "However, if your answer is no, press the grasshopper. How he will hop! Kabam! The whole opera house will hop with him." I laughed a crazy laugh. "What do you mean?" cried Christine. "There is gunpowder beneath the floor, enough for a small war. One push on the grasshopper can start it. You have until 11 tomorrow night to decide. We will die if you say no, and many others will die with us, buried under the opera house, forever." I tied her hands and left the house. I needed to be alone. How my poor heart ached. If only she would say yes. I knew I could make her happy. She would forget all about Raoul. When I came back, Christine spoke to me gently. "Untie me, Eric," she said. "I am in pain." "Of course, my love," I said. "I don't want to hurt you." "Will you play for me?" she asked. I sat down at the organ. Soon I was lost in the music. Suddenly, Christine's hand shot out and grabbed the keys that lay on the organ. Then she raced to her room. I ran after her. She was trying to unlock the door to the torture chamber. I grabbed back my keys. "What do you think you are doing?" Her smile didn't fool me. "Just playing," she said. Then a low cry came from the torture chamber. Christine jumped. "What was that?" I asked. "I heard nothing," Christine said quickly. "I thought I heard a cry," I said. "A cry?" said Christine. "Are you going mad, Eric? How could anyone get into this house?" I didn't like the way she said that. She was shaking. Then I knew she was lying. Aha, I said, I understand now. I have a guest in my torture chamber. Would you like to see?